Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the technical forum of Hydrogen Fuel Cells Europe. We have a lot of interesting presentations of the cutting edge and news technological information. And today we have the Green Deal project as the first title after the lunch break about the green hydrogen Atlantic progress and way forward of first 100 megawatt project in Portugal. And I'd like to present the Chief Customer Officer of McPhy Energy, Bertrand Amelot, the CCO, and André Pina, Director of Strategy and Origination of EDP Renewables, right?
Thank you. Good afternoon, all. Very glad to be here. First of all, thank you, André. It's a great honor. As you know, Portugal is honored invited of the Hannovermesse, so very happy to have you first because you are the coordinator and the leading company for the project. We are going to make a short presentation. And second, because you are some kind of ambassador of EDP Group. I understand you are very busy today with a lot of conference and you made this friendly agreement to join with us for this presentation. So thank you again, André. We will make a joint presentation on this flagship project for Europe in Portugal. I will first, the plan will be to present our two companies and what is the originality of developing such a large 100 megawatt platform and how we are going to develop that from a project development point of view and from a technology and industrial point of view, so both from EDP and McPhy. But maybe first EDP, I'll let you introduce EDP and then I will make a short introduction on McPhy. Please.
So good afternoon, everyone. I'm André. I'm leading the strategy and the origination team at our hydrogen business unit. EDP is an integrated utility. We work in the power sector. We work mainly in renewables, and we're making a shift through this decade to be producer of electricity solely from renewables. And we know that we need more than electricity to decarbonize, so we created also a hydrogen team to develop renewable hydrogen projects around the world. Of course, this is really our flagship project that we are presenting here today, and I'll talk to you a little bit more about this.
Thank you, André. A few words on McPhy. So McPhy, we are a truly European company, more than now 160 people with two pillars, decarbonizing industry with cutting-edge technology on electrolyzer, and that will be the heart of our joint presentation, and decarbonizing transportation with hydrogen refilling station. Truly European company because we have a strong team in Germany, and welcome Florian and a few of our colleagues who are there with office in Brandenburg in Wildau, headquarter in France for the refilling station also activity, and a strong asset in Italy for electrolyzer manufacturing. That's in short, and of course we will present our ramp-up. By the way, we'll present different sessions because my colleague Florent Bodu will present project in execution this afternoon in French Guiana, close to Brazil, but I cannot say more. But you know that EDP is present worldwide. And Jean-Baptiste Lucas, our CEO, will present a speech tomorrow on the industrialization and ramp-up of McPhy. But now it's time to go for Green H2 Atlantic. André, I'll let you present.
Thank you. So the Green H2 Atlantic project is a project that we start developing together with 12 other partners. It's a 100 megawatt electrolyzer project that we will be developing in a decommissioned coal power plant in Portugal. So we shut down this power plant in early 2021, and we want to convert it to a renewable hydrogen hub. Why this coal power plant? Well, because we do believe that we have assets there that we can repurpose, electrical and the water, for example, infrastructure. We have the human resources that we can also reskill into hydrogen to bring them from traditional thermal generation assets into a renewable hydrogen new market. And we also are located within an industrial cluster where we have refinery, petrochemical industries. We have a deep water port that would allow us for export. So it just makes sense as an ecosystem. We joined together with a strong consortia that brings us experience in the use of hydrogen, in the production of hydrogen, the technology manufacturing, so with whom I'm here today. And our goal is really to have 100 megawatts of electrolyzer capacity installed in Sines. We aim to produce around 10 kilotons of hydrogen per year, sourced from renewable electricity. We're now optimizing the mix and finding out what renewable assets we are going to use and dedicate for this specific project alone. And our goal is to use the hydrogen first to supply the refinery that is located nearby, and I'll show you in a little bit the ecosystem. But also we are planning to expand to either to other off-takers in the local area or for injection into the natural gas grid, depending on the demand, the local demand. We are starting with 100 megawatts. Of course, the Sines hub has a lot of potential to grow, and that is something that we'll keep in mind. But for now, this is really our flagship project. The project is only one of 3 projects selected by the European Commission to support within the EU Green Deal at this scale, right? So it's really it's in the forefront of projects being developed in Europe, recognized by the European Commission. It has already received 30 million euros in funding by the European Commission, and everything going smoothly, we should expect this project to start operating in 2025, okay? Yes. So the project is located around 2 hours south of Lisbon, as I mentioned, in our coal asset. The coal asset is here. This is where we will install our electrolyzer. We will have a hydrogen pipeline that will come out of our coal power plant that will connect to the refinery. It will be integrated within a local ecosystem that is being planned for Sines that should have further hydrogen pipelines going around. It's connecting to the port. So this is the port area where we would be able to export if and when demand grows. And then there will be other lines that will grow as the ecosystem develops, right? So happy to take any further questions at the end. And for now, let's hear more about the technology.
Thank you, André. So indeed, a project which combines key success factors, renewable from EDP, off-taker Galp, the well-known oil and gas company from Portugal, NG, and more than 10 partners. So now coming back to why, and I speak on behalf on also our partner, the consortium selected alkaline technology, and how within McPhy we push the boundaries and make optimization on the performance of this technology. So very shortly, because this is a usual slide we share since years, because it's the core of our strategy in terms of technology. Alkaline pressurized has some key advantage. We have some high current density, which provides a compact system. We have a flexible unit, which is eligible of service system, so ramp up to nominal in less than 30 seconds and shut down in less than 5 seconds. 30 bar makes sense for integration in a pipe. There will be also some power to gas injection into the grid. And the TCO is perceived as one of the key criteria of the technology because, of course, of efficiency. Our technology is running with a stack in order of magnitude 4.5 and below kilowatt hour per cubic meter. Now, what we try to do in the last year is pushing the limits and optimizing the technology with clear segments. This will be for Green H2, but we made step by step. What is important in industrialization is the learning curve to de-risk the project and get on maturity. So we are going to deliver by the end of last year, and manufacturing will be done this year. And again, McPhy and Florent Baudu will present the project. It's 16 megawatts to deliver for a project in Guyana, so close to the aerospace center. And then we have a second project where the FID will be in September. It's 20 megawatt platform, and we believe also this platform are for intermediate segments as for industry. And now we are developing large platform, 100 cubic meters, just close to 20,000 cubic meters per hour. It's precisely 96 megawatts, and the FID will be in Q3 23. So now, from a technological point of view, how do we do that? We do that with an incremental approach, and it's important when you discuss with banks, insurance. Incremental means de-risking the technology to make secure business case when it comes to financing, and not only of public money, but private money. So the first step has been to develop the bricks of 4 megawatts, which are combined of 4 times 1 megawatt stack and a common balance of stack, or we call process unit, to mutualize the 4 stacks together. And that's what we are delivering to the project this year and next year. The second step, and this is the heart of the technology and the incremental step change that we are doing, is to go for modules of 16 megawatts. So we still use the 1 megawatt stack as a bankable, current, state-of-the-art technology, but we cluster in a 16 megawatt balance of stack, or EPU. And doing so, we reduce the cost of integration and we can address bigger platforms. The next generation we are working on, but this project, we believe, will leverage this technology for the coming 3 to 5 years. The next generation we are working on through the IPCI program will be a cluster and still a balance of stack in the range of 16 to 20 megawatts, but with a bigger stack, which will be 5 megawatts. So we try to de-risk the technology and push the boundaries of alkaline towards the better performance. And finally, and that will be my last slide, of course, you need to massify your production asset. So we use a real plant and factory. Some of our partners are often visiting this asset in Italy, close to Florence, in San Miniato, in Tuscany region. We have 300 megawatt capacity. We'll run a first automatic line for stack by the end of the year, which will be commissioned. And we have 2 manual lines in parallel. This factory is already 5,500 square meters, and that's where we are going to serve in the coming 3 to 5 years most of our market and project. And the second will be the Gigafactory through the IPCI, developed by our Chief Operating Officer. Thank you, Antoine, to be also present today. And that's a key project to capture additional growth. So EDP, no limit. We have San Miniato, we have the Gigafactory, and we can be the second one if your market deserves it. Thank you, in brief.
Wow, thanks a lot for this very interesting presentation. If the audience has some question, you can go to maybe one question. I have to look for the time. One question. Okay, if you have questions, you are invited to come to the booth. C68 is McPhy, and B80 is...
Yes, you are welcome on our booth, and if I may, we also make a H2 Friends cocktail tomorrow. So for the one who are still there and surviving in Hannover Fair and want to discuss large-scale projects, you are welcome at 5 o'clock, I think, tomorrow. Yes, 5 o'clock on our booth.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Thank you.